with that.
Yeah.
Live.
Hello. That's my Instagram?
Yes.
Hello, my Instagram. It's happy hour. Yep. I don't see that it's live on Twitch. But maybe it will go live.
Hey, one fresh pillow.
Hey guys. It's happy hour. We're having a little hangout sesh. Okay. Ah, there we go. What's up, guys? I just decided to live stream today and do a little hangout sesh and see if we get a couple folks on and talk about knives and pots and pans and just general well-being, like how everybody's doing with their new world. So give us a shout if you're watching. Let us know you're here so we can chit chat with y'all.
What if we have food questions?
Meredith needed an excuse to have cocktails. Excellent, me too. I just finished filming my weekly YouTube video that I edit and all that kind of stuff, and it's about cocktails. So we're making Singapore slings, and we're making this is homemade sour mix, and we're making Negronis and the classic Long Island iced tea, which I think is a looked over drink that most people make wrong and they hate it, and it's actually a really good drink if you make it right. Okay, Lourdes Cha-Cha, she's on Facebook. So can you guys all see and hear? Because we're using a new platform, we're using this new software. I hope the logos and stuff don't get in your way. And if you have any questions or food questions, just shout them out. This is like a little, hangout sesh where we can, Ollie's still barking, where we can chat about, whatever's going on. Is it, you good? There's one on every wall. There's one there, yeah. The light should, actually it's that one. The light, he needs the light switch.
Which?
We're finally getting our fan fixed. He needs yeah, there you go, he needs food. Okay, Leslie, Rhonda, hey, what's up? Pro seasoning is Leslie's favorite spice now. Thank you so much, Leslie, I appreciate that. You can get my pro seasoning, let's see, at chefnikki.net, or we sell it in several places around town now. Orchard Pond Organics has this cool thing where you can drive through their farm stands, so you order on Wednesdays, and you pick up your stuff on Saturdays, and they have all kinds of stuff, staples like milk and eggs and all that stuff, to drive through so you don't even have to get out of your car. And they're selling pro seasoning. Michigan in the house. Yeah, your cats think you have a dog now. I know, I'm sorry. Ollie, I don't know, he's demand barking a lot. He found his voice last month, and he has not let it go. He just lets us know exactly what he wants all the time. So we're trying to keep him quiet, but that's the only thing we can do is feed him.
Gail wants to know, do you ever make TikTok videos?
I don't make TikTok videos because it's another whole platform I'd have to learn. And remember, I am a Generation Xer. I'm not a millennial, so for me it's a little bit harder to grasp the concept, but I just downloaded the app, so we'll see. I don't know. I might. What's the point of a TikTok video? Is it like it's meant to be like a quick thing, right? Or correct me. I have no idea. Hey Christine, call me about the thing about the class so we can work it out because we want to move forward with that. Are you able to see these or? All right, so let's talk about knives. You guys want to talk about knives? Yeah. Great. Yeah. You need us?
I just need to turn it back off. I want to verify.
Turn it back off, otherwise you're gonna electrocute Charlie. So we're getting our fan fixed, which has been dead for, since November, and summer's coming up, and I don't want to die of heat. So sorry for the noise. All right, so we're gonna talk about knives. I'm gonna start with my favorite knife.
Alright, flip the lights back on off. Alright, turn it off. Alright, that's it. Okay.
Sorry for the chaos. Where's this cheesy bone? He doesn't want it? All right, so this is my favorite knife. And this is a shun, S-H-U-N. It's a Japanese, what's called Damascus steel. See these like tiger stripes? I'll show you guys over here. It's got these stripes in it. And that is, the way that they forge the steel is they twist two metals together, or maybe even several metals. They twist them together and they forge the steel that way. It ends up being a really strong metal. And this is what we call full tang. So from the tip of the blade to the heel is all one piece of steel, and then the handle's wrapped around it. And whenever you buy knives, you always make sure that it's full tang. Because sometimes the blade will stop right at the handle, and you're gonna break it. You'll break it one day, and it's just not a good construction of a knife. Hi, Beba. Good to see you. Love you. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, so this one's a shun. Probably cost me around 150 bucks, but worth every penny because this is a knife that it's sharp. Obviously, you have to care for your knives, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that.
Where can you get good knives in Tallahassee?
In Tallahassee, you can get good knives at Brown's Kitchen Center, which is, I like to shop local. They are really great with prices. So if you're in the market to get pots, pans, knives, things like that, Brown's is a really good place to go. They're really great folks, and the prices are super reasonable. A lot of times you can get what you're looking for the same price as you would online. So this is called a honing steel. This I actually also got at Brown's. So a honing steel is a lot of people think it straightens the knife. A lot of people think that it sharpens the knife when actually it straightens the blade. So what happens is over time you're chopping, your blade looks jagged. It looks like this. It's like mangled like that, right? So what a steel does, it just straightens it out like that. It just straightens the blade. So part of keeping your blade in good shape is hitting it on the steel, using the steel, at least once a week. If you're not cooking very much, some people do it, in between cuts and things like that, like serious butchers and stuff like that. They'll just sit there and hit that steel all day long. But the way that you use it, a lot of people do it this way. I've never been able to. I don't do it that way. My brain just doesn't enjoy it. So I go this way. I go down, because this way it's away from my body. And I put it for a Japanese blade, you're gonna do like about a 15-degree angle. So you put the blade down like that. And you wanna hear it, needs to be like a pleasant gliding sound. You don't want it to sound like it's grinding, because if it's grinding, you're definitely doing more damage to the blade than you are good. So.
Leslie says, I like my Wüsthof.
Wüsthof, yeah, I have a Wüsthof here. And we always make sure that we kind of get the little metal fragments onto a towel before we put it away, or start cutting, because you'll get metal fragments in your food. Wüsthof right here, baby. This one I also got at Brown's. I prefer an 8-inch chef knife. 6 is too short. So if you're buying a chef knife, 10 is a little bit too long for me. But maybe you want a knife that is like forbearing. Bring the hammer down. I don't know. But for me, 8 inches is like the perfect size of chef knife. So this Wusthof 2 is also full tang. It's full construction from tip to the heel, and it's a pretty good, reasonably priced. This is German steel. The other one was Japanese, and they last a long time. They're what's called high carbon and stainless steel blended together, so they have characteristics of both types of knives. So the stainless steel is easy to sharpen, but it rusts. The carbon steel maintains an edge for longer, and it doesn't rust. So they blend those two together so that you can easily sharpen your knife and it doesn't rust. However, if you put your knives away wet, they will rust, or if you put them in the dishwasher. So we always hand wash our knives, dry them, and then put them away. Otherwise, they will get those rust spots. And if you do get rust spots on them, you could always use some of this, like Barkeeper's Friend. And this Barkeeper's Friend is, we'll just take the rust spots off. So you make a paste out of it and it'll come right off. Let's have a sip of our happy hour. Oh wait, my thing is saggy now for some reason. There we go. My camera. I'm drinking Kool-Aid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm drinking vodka with pineapple juice, the homemade sour mix, club soda, and a little bit of cherry juice. All right, see if anyone has questions. Which is better between the Japanese and the German? I mean, expense-wise, the German knife is cheaper than the Shun, the Japanese knife. I prefer the Shun because it maintains sharpness so nicely. The edge is different. So on a German construction knife, it's a 20-degree angle that you would sharpen at, whereas Japanese blades are 15 degrees. So they have just a slight bit of more of a sharp edge to them. So, but obviously it's all about, what you want to do with the knife. So this is called a chef knife. The ones that I've been showing you guys, these are like the workhorse of your kitchen. This is a knife I would go to all the time, right? Then we have what's called a Santoku knife. So this is a 6-inch Santoku knife, and it is, or actually this is a 7-inch Santoku knife. It's 1 inch smaller than the chef knife. It's got a little bit of a blunter, tip to it. It has a heavier, heel on it, and this is meant for, because it's shorter, cracking through stuff and all that kind of stuff. Also, it's a cross between a vegetable knife and a chef knife, so it's easier to cut a lot of vegetables really quickly. So that's the Santoku. Mom's late to class. That's okay. We're just hanging out. It's a hangout sesh.
Give us some hearts if you enjoy the presentation today.
Yeah, show me some hearts. Let me know you're here. Ask some questions. This is like a hangout sesh. This is also an opportunity for some people to test their live stream capabilities for our class on Thursday. So if you're trying to test your live streaming capabilities or your chat capabilities, give us a shout so we know you're there, and if we need to troubleshoot something, we could do it now. Thanks, Bounce.
Gail said, I love your pro seasoning. I bought some at Smashing Olive along with some Bradley's Country Sausage.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. It's probably time for them to re-up. I should call them. Gail, what are you watching on? Is she on
She's on YouTube.
YouTube, okay, cool, right on. Thanks, Gail. How come I don't see her
I don't know, that's why I brought it.
See, it says multi-stream, but I'm not seeing any YouTube comments. Okay, so it's only showing me Facebook. It's interesting. All right, well, I'll have to work that out. Oh, wow. Okay, the fan is now It's now in Charlie's hand.
It's not working.
It doesn't work?
I can't. I put it direct power straight to it. It won't work.
Okay, well, we'll just get another one. That's okay. At least we know it's trash.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't get it.
Okay. So that's the end of our fan. It's dead, folks. It's gone. We just have some wires there, and we'll have to get another one, which is it's happy and sad. I mean, it's happy because I really want it to be cooler in here. It's sad because now I have to get a fan. Toggle over to Thursday night. Okay, so Thursday night, Gail's asking what we're cooking Thursday night. Thursday night we have a meal kit. Weekly we do these meal kits in conjunction with Red Eye Coffee. We've partnered up, and what we're doing is basically it's a cooking class. We put these kits together. It has everything you need in it in order to cook, protein, starch, veg, and sauce for your family of 4. And this Thursday we are doing a flat iron steak, coffee rubbed with a au jus cream sauce, roasted bacon Brussels sprouts, and mashed potatoes. So that's what we're gonna cook. So I cook it together with you guys. Usually takes about an hour. You guys have the same ingredients I do. They're all measured out, and we just knock it out. It's pretty cool. So that's what's going on this week. Let's see. Hey, Walt. I can't see that comment. Oh, all right. So those are my some of the and also going back to the knives. My favorites are the Shun. Like I said, I do love this Wusthof. It usually sits in my knife kit. It's pretty sharp, and it's a good knife. And then also Globals. Globals are really cool. I really like Globals. They're like a sexy knife. Like they're very. There's no wooden handle or anything. It's all full construction. I think the handle is hollow, so I think they call it hollow ground, so that you can it's lighter, so it's not super duper heavy. It's not like a full chunk of metal that you're hanging onto. And these are the knives they use on Top Chef. So Global, they're Japanese steel as well. Japanese steel has different grades and all that kind of stuff, and people get really into it. I just love the construction of these knives. I think they're just kind of sexy. And when I got these Global knives, like I just felt very cool. Like I just was like, they make really cool pastry stuff, like pastry knives and stuff like that, offset spatulas and stuff. And I got a set for my best friend Josh, who's a pastry chef. And they're just, when he uses them, I'm like, they're so cool. He looks so cool when he uses them. But they're just sexy knives, man. And they're very good, well constructed. The steel is awesome, and so these are fun to use. Other knives that you probably should have is, you should always have a chef knife at your house, a boning knife. Always have a boning knife on hand. This is a boning knife. You never know when you can. Like Thanksgiving is a good time to use this guy. Try not to use that heavy saw thing, that the electric blade thing. You could carve your whole turkey with this guy. So it's a boning knife, fillet knife as opposed to the boning knife. Construction. So this has a skinnier blade. This has a more pronounced blade here. Right here, and that's to fillet meat away, so protein away. So you see how it's got the tip, that's where you start filleting, and then also the middle here is more pronounced than the rest of the blade, and that is so, and you can see it right here, guys, that is so you can fillet protein like fish and things like that. So those are your boning knife and fillet knife. Slicer. I love me a big slice. I think this is 13 inches. This is a big one. So this is for slicing meat, so roasts and things like that, and they're meant that you have this whole entire blade. I see a lot of people using just the middle, and they kind of saw, Why would they create a knife with all this space if they didn't intend you to start at the heel and draw it all the way through to the tip of the blade so that you have one smooth stroke and everything, you know, one nice slice. So that's how this is constructed. I always have a you know, this big beautiful slicer just on hand, just to, you know, when I want to slice some stuff. Bread knife, this is not for slicing meat or anything else other than bread. It's also good for chopping chocolate. So if you had like a big chocolate block and you're doing some chocolate work, this is good for chopping chocolate because it has teeth. Other than that, this is a bread knife. Bread knife. So we just slice bread with this. I see people sometimes trying to slice roasts and things like that, and they're like, and it's just, you're just mangling it. This is for slicing meats. Slicer. This is for breads. It works really well for bread. Okay, let's see how we're doing on YouTube. Sounds yummy, says Gail. All right, so those are the knives. You guys want to talk about pots and pans?
Anybody have a question on that?
Any questions? Anybody watching? I don't think we have any viewers. Pretty sure no one's on Instagram right now. That's okay. It doesn't have any numbers on there. So, yeah, ask a chicken question, Mom. Go ahead. While my mom is gearing her question up, I want to know how you guys are doing with your quarantines. How, you know, I wanted to put this little, you know, live stream together so we can kind of connect and chat. You know, some of you guys, you know, might be just by yourselves, you know, alone and stuff like that. And so I wanted to let you guys know. Oh, hey, Elizabeth. I wanted to let you guys know that we're here and we're here weekly and we're here to hang out and help you have some human connection. I can tell you personally, for me, it's been rough, you know, watching the food and beverage industry and the people that I know in the food and beverage industry, you know, suffer like the way that they have been is been very difficult. I've been in food and beverage since I was 15 years old. You know, it was one of my first jobs, was being a busser at a little cafe. So, you know, for me, I have moments where I kind of stare off into space and go, what is happening? And then there's moments where I'm good. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, this is the new normal and we're all right. But, you know, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to have feelings like that, you know, and if you need to think about what, you know, what's actually happening, that's okay. Think about it, you know, and then talk to somebody, you know, reach out and say, hey, listen, I need to chat with you about what's going on and you know, or I feel lonely, and, you know, just reach out to the people that are around you. Reach out to me, like, you know, message me. I'm around. All right, let's get these. Yeah, I got some questions here.
Gail says, what's your favorite knife for slicing tomatoes for a BLT?
I usually go to the Shun, Gail. This guy, and I'll slice some tomatoes. I'll slice a tomato right now, Gail. You can watch me do it.
And then Kate said, today I roasted a bird. It has lots of bloody areas. Ooh.
It's medium rare. What you can do, Mom, is you can cut it up and put it back in the oven and just let it keep cooking. That's okay. I have some limes here from my video earlier today. All right, we're gonna slice this little tomato. Just got this little tomato. Always remember the claw. And always start at the heel of the blade and draw all the way to the tip. And that's going to give you the nicest cut. So that you don't crush the tomato. So I think I know what you're talking about, Gail. It's like when you slice tomatoes for BLTs, you know, like I remember like mangling tomatoes because I didn't understand that you should use the entire blade. But I could get this so thin.
Ooh, that's thin.
Yeah, the seeds are kind of in the way, but let's see, how close can I get to this camera? I'm not really sure. It's kind of a streaming camera. But that is pretty thin.
You can see through it.
You can definitely see through it. So the trick is to start at the heel and, oops, got some on my laptop. And go all the way to the tip. And also you can cut thicker slices if you want. Do this little trick. Like that. So that's one of my favorites. Now there's acid in tomatoes, so I want to make sure that I wipe my knife so that it's not pitting. You will pit the knife if you have too much acid touching the knife for very long.
Leslie says chopping chicken to marinate in for dinner tonight and having a drink. Thank you for the human connection. Twin boys on their tablets and my man-child is on Fortnite. So you're my company right now.
Man-child on Fortnite. I've never once played Fortnite. I don't really know what it is. Here's what I think it is. You ready? There's some dancing involved, and right?
Yeah, they do.
They do this dance, and I'm gonna do the old people version, right? I do it real slow. Okay, that's and then there's something like that, you know?
I love how you do that dance like a metronome.
I do. It is tick tock. So, yeah, and also, what else happens on Fortnite according to me? Well, there must be a fort. Oh, Fortnite is like 2 weeks. So is it 2 weeks of battles? I don't know. I'm not real sure. But, you know, we're glad we're keeping you company while your man-child plays Fortnite.
Love to you, Leslie.
Love to you. Lots of love.
She says you don't want to know, trust me.
I need to know, Elizabeth Crow, how's it going? Just seeing if my message goes through on Facebook. Yeah, your message went through on Facebook. I don't see it on YouTube, Elizabeth. So,
she's on YouTube. She might not be on YouTube.
I think that's how she streams it, is through YouTube, because I don't think she has Facebook.
Okay.
So, so let us know. Let us know, Elizabeth, how, you know, if you're able to, you know, hear us
Yolanda
and see us.
joined, and Mary Ford Baggett joined, and Christy joined.
Hey, Mary Ford! Baggett! Okay, so let's see here.
Back to Kate with the chicken.
Kate with the chicken!
It
Came up to temp. I didn't want it to dry out. Must have been an awful death. I don't know. I think it's pretty quick, Mom, the way they do that. But anyway, yeah, you just put it's probably near the joints. When it doesn't come up to temp, it's usually near the joints. The actual protein is typically cooked, but the joints have like a little trouble. You have some. It's not blood. It's called myoglobin. It is a protein. It's there. It's stuck in the joints, and so if you cut it up and just flash it in the oven very quickly for 10-15 minutes, or not even, maybe even like 5 minutes, that redness will go away and your chicken will be nice and cooked.
DJ Bounce has a comment on YouTube. So far so good here in Miami, waiting for all this to be over soon so we can visit in Tally and see Chef Nikki live.
That's what I'm saying, Bounce. Like, and DJ Bounce does a really awesome happy hour every Friday. Is at 5 o'clock on Instagram, DJ Bounce, and he does freestyle, which is like fantastic. Me and Jen dance around the house. It's one of the highlights of our week. So
he's also on Facebook.
He is also on Facebook too. So let's see.
Gail says, "Sweet knife. I know what Santa to bring me this year. I'm a FSU hospitality grad, but haven't worked in the restaurant since 1998. I miss all the crazy foodies."
Restaurants are amazing. I've seen some of the funniest stuff happen in restaurants. I also learned a tremendous amount of critical thinking skills in restaurants. I've seen people do stuff. I had a manager one time, and he kind of explained it to me, and I was like, oh my God, he's right. He would say, because I worked in this steakhouse, it was incredibly busy. We did a tremendous amount of covers, just crazy back to back to back to back, just nuts all in there all day long. And anyway, so this manager told me one time, he was like, you guys are like rats. He's like, you guys will chew, if you see a problem, like if there's a wall, you will literally chew through it and then get to the other side and be like, I'm done, and keep going. And I was like, he's right. Like we just like, we see these obstacles and we're like, that's nothing. We're just gonna chew through that, and, you know. So restaurants, even though the analogy was kind of weird, it's because I can always tell it's weird when Jen looks at me like, why are you talking about rats?
Because rats and food just don't mix.
No, but it's like a comparison, you know, because it's just like you're just like a wild animal, you know, like crazy.
Christy says my crew is still working. I don't feel like I'm drinking alone. Haha.
Here we are, baby. 6:30. It's happy hour. I'm happy. We're gonna talk about pots and pans now. How do you guys feel about that? What's going on in there, Instagram? Look alive.
The real Tran joined.
The who?
The real Tran. He said.
Oh, Ton. Hey, Ton. I sent your spice today, bud.
He said hashtag knowledge bombs.
Yes, you know it, dude. Ton was one of my students.
Oh,
1,000 years ago. Yeah, sweet guy. He ordered some spice. All right, let's talk about pots and pans. Here's the elephant in the room. Stainless steel. Also, the other elephant in the room would be nonstick, right? I have some of the most questions about knives, knife care, what knives to keep on hand, and then also pots and pans. Because pots and pans are expensive. You buy them one time and you do not want to keep replacing them because it's just money down the drain. So, stainless steel, there is a time and a place for stainless steel. This would be called a braising pan. You know, if I was to make, you know, a roast, you know, like a roast pork, you know, a pork roast, I'd sear it off, remove it from the pan, then I would put my aromatics in, I'd build a sauce, I'd put the pork back in, I'd cover it up, and then I'd put it in the oven, and then you have a lot of space for that. You have straight sides, they're kind of tall, so it holds liquids. It's low, so it's not like a stew pot, but this is a good pot for that. Am I making fried eggs in this? Absolutely not. No, I'm not making fried eggs in this. Because they're gonna stick, and that's Drama City, you know. Maybe if I was like poaching eggs, yeah, sure, like a liquid. So this is more for like, you have you have 3 types of cooking methods. You have dry, you have moist, and then you have combination. So dry cooking methods are, believe it or not, frying, because oil and water are not friends. Frying is a dry cooking method. Sauteing, searing, grilling, roasting, those are all dry cooking methods. Moist cooking methods are poaching, boiling, steaming. Those are moist cooking methods. And then you have what's called combination cooking methods, where in that case of that pork loin I just talked about, you would sear it first, dry cooking method, remove it from the pan, put your aromatics in, make your sauce, and now it's a combination because I'm going to put my pork back into the pan with moisture, cover it up. So that's what's called a combination cooking method. You have moist and dry, you know, at different times. So stainless steel is more for moist cooking methods. What you want to look for when you buy, you know, pots and pans that are stainless steel is, you know, like a heavy bottom. And the reason why is so that you have heat distribution, and you don't have, you know, the thinner the bottom is, the more the easier it is to burn your food. So you're going to burn your food if you have a thin pot. So you're going to look for a heavy bottom so that you don't really want flimsy sides either. You know, you want thicker sides because it retains the heat more. So if you're looking for stainless steel, which I don't even really recommend stainless steel very much, what I really recommend is if you want non-stick, the Swiss Diamond is a little expensive. Got a little egg on the side here. It's a little expensive, but it is the bee's knees, man. This thing will last 10 years plus, and you don't have to sit there and keep buying new ones. There's little fragments of diamonds in here, so it's not toxic. It's for induction, it's for gas, whatever you need. It is so, it's almost the energy distribution is almost like cast iron. So it's like thick. And when I make like an omelet in this, which we could probably maybe make an omelet, you know, just so I can show you guys how good these pans are. These are, you know, they don't really burn food or anything like that, because I mean it will if you have it on for a super long time. But if you're, you know, it's super easy to burn like eggs and things like that. And I'm just saying that because they burn at such a low temperature. It's like low hanging fruit to talk about. But like the energy distribution is amazing on these. So this is one of the best pans I've ever used. So
where can you find those if you want to?
You can find these at Brown's Kitchen.
On that note, Christy says, love our new pans, but we bought the wrong ones. Guess we need to
Oh,
go
really?
back.
Oh, well, it's
Sorry,
always fun
Christy.
going back, right? Sorry, Christy. On the other side of the rainbow is the cast iron skillet, man. This Lodge is maybe $20. I cook pretty much every day in this Lodge. It's you know, if I cook, you know, saute some veggies, or you know, just a regular weeknight saute, you know, stir fry, whatever, it's going in the cast iron, because nothing sticks to it. It has a really nice, as you guys can see, it has a really nice you know, season to it. If you do get cast iron, you are going to want to get one of these, which is it's a chainmail. Look at that thing. And all you do is, like, when your cast iron skillet is dirty, you just rinse it under water and you scrub it with the chainmail. And then a lot of time you don't even have to put soap on it. You just use the chainmail, and then your pot always stays nice and seasoned, so stuff doesn't stick to it.
Gail says cast iron skillets are my faves, and Leslie says I've tried cast iron and I suck. They always rust.
Oh, you know what, Leslie? Get yourself a chainmail, and this way you don't have to use soap. You just literally scrub it with the chainmail, and it loosens all the dirt and stuff. Not dirt. Loosens up the yard clippings up. Whatever it was that you cooked loosens up, and you don't have. And because you're heating it back up, you kill bacteria anyway. So. You don't have to sit there and scrub it, and then you don't see, you know, but you do have to season it when you're done using it.
What does that mean?
Avocado oil is good for that. That just means you're putting a very thin layer of fat into your pan so that it doesn't rust. And you got to do it inside and out.
After you clean it.
After you clean it, yeah. But if you use the chainmail, you don't have, and you can get these at Brown's too. Amazing stuff. So, go-to pans for non-stick. If you're just joining me, Swiss Diamond. I love these guys. They're amazing. Also, cast iron. Can't go wrong with that. If you're bougie, there's very little pores on this enamel, so it stays, you know, cleaner for longer. But eventually, it will get some. It'll be harder to clean eventually too. So.
Corey's in the house.
What's up, Corey Hernandez? If you want something less expensive than La Creuset, these West Elm pots and pans, you know, they're cast iron with enamel on them, same kind of construction as the La Creuset. But if it's like dollars to donuts, it's the La Creuset is way better with heat distribution. This is a little bit thinner on the sides. It is less expensive, but this is a really beautiful, like a stew pot. You can make some nice stews in here. And if your pots and pans look gnarly, you can use Barkeeper's Friend. Make them come back to life. So that's our pots and pans. So I really recommend the Swiss Diamond for non-stick. They're expensive, but they're going to last 1,000 years, and you're not going to have to replace them over and over and over again. And they're just so lovely to work with. Like, they just take drama out of the equation.
Christy said barkeeper's friend is best on my La Cruce.
Yeah, it's got to use it sometimes.
And Rhonda said, I missed Rhonda's comment. She said, I like pots and pans.
Pots and pans are fun to talk about, right? By the way, I got these cherries. Bada bing. And that's what's in my cocktail. They're really good. They're like super sweet. All right, what else we got to talk about? This is a coffee talk. Actually, no, it's happy hour. I'm drinking Kirkland, the greatest vodka of all time. This stuff is delicious. It's like $20. It's made by Grey Goose, and it is a powerhouse. All right, let's see. So we never heard from Elizabeth again, huh?
No, I just got a one message.
Okay, well, hopefully, Elizabeth, if you're there, give us a shout so we can troubleshoot your chatting capabilities. All right, let's see.
Who ordered a meal kit for Thursday?
Yeah, is anybody joining us on Thursday? That's gonna be a good one. It's a full class. We sold out. First time we've ever sold out at the beginning of the week. We sold out yesterday, so it's gonna be super great. Tomorrow I'm gonna go pack them, and with my buddy Max, and we're gonna get you guys all sorted out for that. So we're super excited. Rhonda says she's learned a lot. She's good with pans. She needs to work on her knife collection. Yeah, Shun. Rhonda, you're gonna love this one of these Shun knives. This is the jam right here.
Christy says, where are the cherries from?
Whole Foods. We actually were able to get a prime order. Stonewall Kitchen, Bada Bing cherries. Simply delicious.
Oh, Elizabeth popped up. I'm
Elizabeth!
on Facebook and sent 2 messages.
Okay, so tell us, are you comfortable with your chatting abilities? Is it okay to chat on Facebook so that you can join the class on Thursday, or let us know.
Con says, can you clarify butter in a microwave?
Yeah. Are you busting chops? Because I got in trouble for teaching guys how to do that. You certainly can. Okay, when I was a culinary instructor, here's the thing, is you teach them how to do stuff the old school way. However, sometimes the old school way, yes, I'll show it to them, but I don't want them practicing it, because in the real world, a chef is not going to pay someone to stand there over a pot and fish out the butter solids. What we will do is put a pound of butter into a plastic container, put it in the microwave until it melts, put it in the freezer until it solidifies, and then we'll just dump off the water and scrape off this way I'm not paying somebody $15 an hour to sit there and fish off milk solids, and also wasting half my butter. So good recollection there, Tanwan.
Corey wants to know, do you ship to Georgia?
What am I shipping?
If it's pro seasoning, then yes.
Pro seasoning I ship all over the country. But I'm not selling any of this stuff. I just kind of wanted to chat about it. So, I wish I could sell this stuff.
But if you need recommendations,
yeah, I'm here. I'm here for you for recommendations. So that's pretty much all this is recommendations. Because people ask me about what I like to use, and so I figured now would be a good time to talk about it, since we all pretty much got time now. Maybe you guys need a break from your kids or whatever, so.
Christy says, I'm drinking vodka, ocean spray, new pink cranberry with passion fruit,
yummy.
of pineapple juice, and lime wedge. It's missing a sprig of mint. That sounds like a good cocktail.
That does sound good. Rhonda says she can't get YouTube to work, but I can get Facebook on TV, chat on phone if I need to. I like big screen Nikki. So I don't know. Can you check YouTube?
YouTube's up and running. I'm looking at Gail's messages on right now.
Is it the sound running?
That I know of, yeah.
Kick the sound on so we can hear me. It's working.
How do you spell Shun? Gail wants to know.
S-H-U-N. Kim, your Cajun pasta with the sausage stimulus was absolutely fabulous. Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to have another one this week. The week after that, I don't know. we may be teaming up with some local high schools because the kids, the school got canceled. So we're trying to team up with, some of the high school teachers reached out to me and told me that they want to do something for their kids. So we may have like kids only, kit either next week or the week after that, so that they can learn some culinary fundamentals, and it'll be like strictly for them, and whatever we have left over we can sell to everybody else. But that might be on tap next week, or we'll do breakfast for dinner, and we'll do that tiramisu, French toast, and all that yummy stuff we talked about.
Chrissy has a good question. She was wondering if you had any wine recommendations for Thursday night's steak dinner.
You might want like a Pinot Noir. That might go really well because we have a cream sauce. I wouldn't say do a big red, I would do something a little bit more jammy, because we also, we have a cream sauce, and we have the coffee and the spice and all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely say, like a Pinot Noir, or even maybe a red Zin.
Corey and Jassy had similar questions. They wanted to know if you ship the meal kits out of Tallahassee and or post the ingredients ahead.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So we don't ship the meal kits outside of Tallahassee. What I have been doing is, if you live outside of Tallahassee, I will send you the ingredient list ahead of time. So just message me and we'll sort you out.
Kim says, I have my kit for Thursday. Yay, yay.
Yay! Well, we're sold out, Kim, so you got it on time. There's none left. All right, so I guess we'll kind of
late to the show. She says, what are we talking about today?
We just talked about knives. We talked about cocktails. We talked about feelings. Right? We did a little feelings check-in. I gotta see how my peeps are doing. I care about you guys, and this is a community, and I want to make sure that the people in my community are okay. And if not, just reach out and let's talk about it. And we talked about pots and pans. So that old chestnut. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up, and if you have any questions about your streaming capabilities or uncomfortable for any sort of reason about how you're streaming, let us know before Thursday so we can troubleshoot you. And other than that, I'm gonna have a second cocktail. I don't know about you guys, but it's 2 Drink Tuesday, and so I'm gonna have a second cocktail, a little dinner, and I'm gonna settle down for the night. All right. So
I want to know what's for dinner.
Yeah, really. I haven't really planned, so it may be peanut butter and jelly. Thanks, guys. All right. So I am going to wrap it up.
Elizabeth has
Elizabeth.
Suggestions for things to assemble ahead of time so we can be prepared for Thursday.
We're going to do it all together. I will right after this video, I'm going to work on my requirements for pots and pans and things like that, or suggestions. But basically we're going to do it all together in real time. Last week what happened was we had a terrible storm, and so some folks didn't have internet for a while, and they missed parts, but we did everything in real time last week also. So if you miss something, message us and we'll get you caught up to speed. So, and we obviously we'd love to do that. So just reach out. All right. Even after quarantine, you should still cook at home. I should. Well, we'll see. Well, hopefully I'll get a job soon. Guys, so I was displaced because of COVID-19. I had a job, and I still do the YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff, but I was definitely a casualty of what happened, and I got laid off, and so this is a great channel for me to be able to connect with the community and keep going, so otherwise I'd be staring at a wall all day long, and nobody wants that, because then I get ideas to start painting and stuff. So but I will try my hardest. If I can manage, hopefully when I do re-enter the workforce, if I can manage the kits and working, then absolutely, I will absolutely do this. So, but all right, guys, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna take off Thursday nights. We're gonna. Okay, good. Elizabeth's happy. Okay, great. So fun and informative, says Elizabeth. So we're super happy with that. And my friend Nancy is here. I love you, Nancy. I hope you're doing okay. And that's it. We're wrapping it up. All right, guys. Thanks so much.